I'm gonna present my first video in English because I want to talk about this subject to as many people as possible. So I already published exactly the same video but in French because I'm a French. Some people told me that I should do it exactly the same in English, so I'm gonna try to do it. So I want to talk about EF, which is a linguistic school actually, which exists in different countries and in different cities in the world. I studied 1 month in LA in January, so I really wanted to talk about that because I noticed a lot of negative points when I arrived and when I talked about with some friends. And there's a lot of things to say, so I'm gonna present that. So I'm gonna start with the positive points because they are obviously. So the first thing which we really have to focus about is that EF, or the people who work in EF with them, are really on time, which is a really important point. It means that when I arrived at the airport in LAX, there's some people who were waiting for us to pick us up at the airport and to bring us at our host family. So, and it's really cool because we arrived late thanks to the flight and thanks to immigration, and they waited for us without any problems. And even when they had to pick me up at my host family to bring me at the airport to come back in France. So it's really cool because you arrive in a foreign country and it's cool that people are on time. It's less stressful to you. Another positive point is the meet of a new culture thanks to the host family, because I chose to go to an host family to be closer from American way of life because it's a little bit more interesting to me, to my opinion. But the thing is, my host family was a Philippine one, which is a really important minority in LA. But it's cool because I discovered a lot of things thanks to them, like their cultures, their political views, and a lot of things. So it was cool, and obviously the food, because the food is really important, especially to me. I really like Asian food, it's really cool. And Philippine food, it looks like Chinese a little bit, Thailandese food too. So it's a lot of noodles, rice, meat, vegetables, and yeah, it's really cool. The third positive point is the meet with foreign people, because EF is a linguistic school. So in LA we were a lot of different nationalities students, which is the point actually. So I met Russian, Swedish, German, Belgian, Peruvian, Chinese, Japanese, Brazilian, a lot of different nationalities people, and it's really open-minded to meet as many nationalities like that, and they can talk about their countries, their way of life, everything. And it's really cool because you learn another culture in being in US and with meeting another people. So it's really something which grows you up. I don't know how to explain more. The fourth point, and I guess it's the obvious one, speak English. I mean, we are in LA, we are in US to speak English, sorry. The fact of being as many nationalities, we really have to speak English between each other, because there are some Spanish guys who are speaking Spanish, I mean, because there was a lot of Argentinian guys, Peruvian, Brazilian, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, so everybody has to speak English to understand each other. So at school, during the classes, you speak English with the teacher and the people, outside the classes with your friends, you speak English. In the street, you speak English. You speak English all the time. Fifth point is to live the American dream. Because I'm totally the kind of person who always dreamt about US, and it was the first time I came to US, and it's always a really cool adventure, especially in California, because I really wanted to discover California, which everybody told me you will see such a dream, it's heaven or something. It's not heaven, paradise or what you want about, but it's really cool because there's some sun. Okay, it's not always the time because we were in a not really cool period with the weather. Live the American dream, meet people, meet American people who are really, really cool. I prefer British people, but American people are like that too. I were in New York, they are really friendly, cool, what you want. In LA it's the same, in Frisco apparently it's even better. And you go to Beverly Hills, to Griffith Observatory, you live a little bit your dreams, the things you really wanted to do. So yeah, it's a really cool feeling. The sixth point is to visit, obviously. I mean, we tried to do as many things as possible, whereas it's a little bit hard in LA because it's it's the biggest city in US, so it's really big to go from one point to another point in the city. Even if in the map it's like this, it's like an hour, so it sucks, but we really tried to do as many things as possible. We went to Venice Beach, Hollywood twice, Beverly Hills, Griffith Observatory, Melrose Avenue, which is the really cool avenue with a lot of painting walls. It's so cool, and you're really able to do a lot of things. So it's like this. And the last point is to do as many things as possible in a short time, because okay, I stayed a month, but you can do as many things in a month. I'm gonna explain myself. It's a little bit the last point is to visit and to discover the city and to do a lot of things. So we were a little bit exhausted, but it's for a good thing. I mean, we are not in California every day, so you really have to enjoy your stay and to see many things as possible because you are here, so enjoy. And we were to San Francisco in bus. It was like awful. We stayed 14 hours to go and 12 hours to come back. Come on guys, it's at 7 hours in car. So yeah, we went to the beach, we went to the mall like 5 times. If you're interested with fashion, I can invite you to see my old videos with all the clothes and the stuff I bought in LA and a little bit in London, because just after I was in London. But it's in French, but you will see what I bought, and it's really cool because there's so many shops which rocks a lot. It's so cool. And yeah, we were able to see a lot of things. So there's a lot of information which come to you in a short time, but after you realize that you did something exceptional and you lived something really cool that a lot of people don't have the chance to live, so you're a lucky person. And obviously I'm gonna go to the negative points because they are a lot with EF. So the activities proposed by the school, you always have to pay to do them. By example, there was a prom at the mid-January and you had to pay to go there. I mean, you had to pay $25 to go there, whereas you already pay a lot to study in this school. So I really found the principle, it sucks. I mean, you are here, you're paying $800 a week and you have to pay even more to go to a prom or something. So okay, it was in an hotel, they had to rent it, but even to me it sucks. And to go to San Francisco, it was organized with the school. We had to pay $330 for 3 days, and when I'm saying 3 days, it's 2 entire days of travel in bus and only 1 day in San Francisco. So yeah, it's really expensive, but we really wanted to do it, so we did. But yeah, the school is, you always have to pay. We always have the impression the school is here to make the people pay. It's their main goal in life, and you are okay. They have to think about our study, the fact we have to improve ourselves. No, they are here for money. Well, second point, to me, the hardest one, it was the level, because I'm a kind of C1 person, because I studied 2 years of English at university. So I think I have a good level because I'm able to do an entire video in English. It doesn't afraid me. And I read in English. I always watch my series and my films in English. All my classes were in English, and I was in a B21 class. I was like, okay, what's going on? So all the things we studied, I already knew them. So I told my teacher that I felt a little bit bored, and it wasn't a little bit, it was a lot bored in his class, and it took 3 weeks to make me change to go in an higher level, but I just had another week, so it didn't really worth it. And for 3 weeks I was really bored. I don't have another word to explain that. But even for my last week in the higher level, I was even bored because it wasn't yet C1 level. So yeah, you really have to insist. If you feel uncomfortable in your class, like if you feel it's too hard or it's too easy for you, insist to your teacher. I did 3 times, and he really wanted me to do some vocabulary things and grammar things to be sure I had better levels than the others. But it took 3 weeks to make this decision. I mean, it sucks. You are here, you are paying a lot, and it's thanks to your money that the teachers are here. So I mean, we have the right to say I want to go in another level. Third thing which really sucked is the school opens late in the morning. I 8:30. I don't know for another school, but in LA it was the case. But it was written it's open at 8, so we were here at 8 waiting for the school opens. And no, it's always open at 8:30. So we were like, okay guys, okay, you have to change the writing because it's a lie. I already told them, and they were like, but it's open at 8:30, so change it. I mean, and the school closes kind of early, about 5 p.m., which is not really late and not really early. But I mean, when you want to hang out in the lobby with your friends, you can't after 5. So you have to go outside, and the outside weather kind of sucked. Like I already told you, it was not really hot. Even we were in LA, it was supposed to be like between 10 and 20 degrees, and it was more like 8 and 12 or 13. So it's not a lot. And the sun, oh, we didn't really see the sun. It rained a lot, so you don't really want to be outside with your friends. You better be inside, but they don't want you because the school closes. Yeah, it's like that, guys. The fourth things, it's always about money. Actually, we have to pay our lunch for noon because it's not included in the price you paid for the school. So you have to enroll yourself to find something to eat. We went in restaurants sometimes, but we are not able to give $10 by lunch. I mean, we are not rich people, so some days we had like a bagel with a muffin, or when it was hot dog day at school on Wednesday, we asked 2 hot dogs for $2, so it's really cool, but it's not healthy at all. Sometimes I drank a smoothie from Starbucks because I felt a little bit uncomfortable in my body because we ate a lot of junk food or not really healthy food. So I really needed something clean for my body, but it's not something really healthy for your the fact to eat like that, I mean. So I was often hungry and I didn't really feel good in my body because the food is expensive and you always have to pay for it. The fifth point, it's the bus. Oh my god. I have so many things to say about the traffic bus in LA. I mean, I went in a lot of countries. I had this chance in a lot of cities in LA for the traffic bus. I guess it's the worst in the world, guys. Because okay, it's the hugest and the biggest city in USA, but oh my god, it's not a city at all for the bus traffic because there's not a lot of buses. They're always late. You don't really know how to take them. Sometimes they arrive like an hour late. We waited for the bus an hour and it was often, I swear, the night after school, so you're really glad that your bus arrived at 6 p.m. instead of 5 or 5:30. It sucks a lot. They don't have a subway. Actually, their subway are orange buses, so I'm sorry, Angelenos people, but for me, an orange bus is not a subway. Come to Europe, come to New York, or I don't know, but subway is something under the ground, not in the streets with the buses and the cars. It's a fucking shame for LA, for such a big city, that the traffic is as bad. And a lot of time we waited for the bus between 15 and 30 minutes. I mean, even in my city, which is a small city, I never waited a bus as long. And in LA, we did. So what the fuck, guys? You really have to change it because, okay, LA is a rich city. Everyone has his own car, but we are students. We are only staying here for a month and we can't afford to rent a car or something. It's really expensive. And it's not a city at all to go in a bus thing. I don't know. To me, it's a city totally different from the rest of the country. It's not at all a city to drive to do some things. I don't know how to explain, but I was really upset because of that. And the price of the tickets are never the same. Some mornings we pay like $1 for a transfer ticket. And after we pay $2.25, $1.75, but why, guys? And I swear it doesn't depend on the hour of the day. It doesn't depend on the bus. I guess it really depends on the driver. I mean, the driver can decide the price you have to pay. Come on, guys. There's a law about that, no? There's some rules. You can't decide this girl is gonna pay $1, this another girl is gonna pay $2. It's discrimination. You can't decide like this. And some women make us pay like $2.25 when another driver, man, make us pay $1. Why? Why? Tell me if you have the answer. Tell me in the comments because to me it's totally blurred, you know, totally. And the last thing, the one but not least, it's the distance between me and my family in France and my friends and especially my boyfriend because I was at 9,700 kilometers. Whoa, so far. 12 hours of flight and 9 hours of time difference between him and me, so it was really hard to write to each other, to talk to each other, and WhatsApp sucked a lot. it didn't really work. So yeah, it was really hard for us because we spoke like, I don't know, 6 hours a day. By nights I wanted to talk to him because for him it was the morning or the beginning of afternoon. So every night almost I was writing to him, even if at my place it was like midnight or 2 a.m. I did it because I really wanted to talk to him. I mean, I love him. It's really hard to be away from the people you love the most. And yeah, we really have to handle this. We didn't have the choice. But it was not really easy, I really have to admit it. So yeah, we succeeded, but I mean, when you're with someone you really love, it's really hard to make this kind of experience to you because it grows you up, it's great, but for your couple, for the people you are with, it's really hard. So a month was really enough for me because with EF it wasn't even for, yeah, it wasn't even. LA wasn't too for me. It's not the most interesting city in USA. It's really interesting to see, obviously, but it's not the most interesting one. To me, New York was here and Frisco was really close to. It's smaller and the bus traffic rocks, and you can do like a little bit everything by walk, whereas in LA to walk you can't. I mean, everything is too far. So yeah, it's not really possible, but it's not at all the same thing to compare San Francisco with 800,000 people and LA with 10 million people if you include all the little bit cities around, so you can't really compare it. But I'm really glad I did the experience. It was a lot of good things to me. I met so many great people and I'm gonna thank a lot of them. Maria, my roommate, Peruvian girl, Luisa, Marilena, Adrian, Laura, Sibyl, Yanmai, and all the others, Gladys, and all the other guys I met. It was really, really good things to meet some people who feel a little bit like you because you know you're not alone there, even if you're really far from your home. You meet some people who feel the same, so it's really reassuring to you. So I'm gonna end this video here. I really hope so you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to put a thumbs up if you liked it. Tell me in the comments if you already live something like that or if you want to do, and I really hope I helped you guys because I really wanted to do this kind of video. I hope you understood me even with my sometimes, I don't know, English, which sucks sometimes. I'm meeting you next week in another video, but in French, guys, because I'm a French people, but I can try to do another video like that if you liked it, and that's all. Bye!